I'm Jimi Hendrick, and this is episode 103. Feature Non-Objective on Empower Your Pattern. Did you know that there are success patterns to help you receive more? To help you enjoy and live a better and extraordinary life right now? Well, I'm Jimi Hendrick, a motivational speaker, success, confidence, and thrive coach, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, self-published author, and I'm here to give you these success patterns. Let's go. Okay. One of the things I like to do is sit and watch the history documentaries featured by Christian historian David Barton. It's been a while since I watched one of those. I'll probably do that today. Either that or listen to his podcast. I'll tell you what, it's pretty interesting. And while we're talking about documentaries, let's go over to features and documentaries. I was given an opportunity to do a radio documentary. And I chose to do it on Promise Keepers. Okay? I started interviewing people in my church and community that had something to do with Promise Keepers. And I really had some good source material. But in the end, I got a C on the documentary because Dr. Murchison said, you weren't objective. He said, what I'd like for you to have is at least a few sources that were against Promise Keepers. I was kind of like, what in the world? You know, same old reactive style, okay? Same old reactive style. And my friend back then, Jim Bob, you know that's a pseudonym for, I gave someone for who I believe was trying to block my progression. Jim Bob said, Jimmy, if you had called me, I would have given you a statement against Promise Keepers. He said, because you know how I feel about those. You know how I feel about that group. He said they don't include women, and he said I would have given you quite a statement. What can I say? The reactives in journalism will claim, oh, you gotta be objective. But in other ways, they got to say, well, it's got to be our way, this reactive slant. Okay? Now, I learned quickly that journalism has a slant. And so that's the problem with the reactive culture, the my way or the highway. It's a huge problem. And now my friend Kevin, he said, well, Jimmy, I'll be honest with you. You did the best you could with what you had. It's like I said, Murchison is a political hack. And of course, this would become more apparent. And so, with that apparency, it's pretty obvious to me what type of person Murchison was. And it would become more and more obvious as I took this class. I mean, we'd be down in the lab, and he would say, "Well, look at I got this source, supposedly objective, but you find out later on that it goes according to his slant, and the majority of those in journalism school." It goes according to their ideology. I became acutely aware that semester, as I did the semester before, that journalists aren't interested in reporting truth. They're interested in reporting their slant. Because, and I agree with certain talk radio hosts that said that journalism died a long time ago. And so to that end, I have to say this. Our reactive culture is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. Okay, now I'm back. I gotta say this. Our reactive culture is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. And so it needs to be dealt with. And how? You need to pursue the success and significance that God has called you to. That's right. I said it. You need to pursue the success and significance that God has called you to. It just seems like to me that our reactive culture is afraid to mention God, is afraid to mention the Bible, or they'll mention Him, but it becomes a problem. It becomes a huge problem. Hope you enjoyed listening to Empower Your Pattern. If you like what you hear, please subscribe, become a part of the Empower Your Pattern community. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. Do what others don't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. And God bless you.